What's up, guys? It's me, Boxing, and today I'm going to be talking about the recent news we got in boxing, which is that Sergey Kovalev has tested positive for synthetic testosterone, which is a banned substance, according to VADA, which did test him and does the best testing around the world. And this was for his upcoming fight against Bektemir Melikuziev, which was supposed to be on January 30th, and it was originally supposed to be scheduled in Russia, but then a couple of days ago got moved to Indio, California, where most of the Golden Boy shows have been. And, I mean, this really poses the question, if this fight was supposed to stay in Russia, would Sergey Kovalev's test even been revealed to the commission, or would have even been tested at all? Because in Russia, I mean, this is sort of a cliche and no stereotyping and no offense to anyone in Russia, but around there, they have just been known for in boxing and in sports in general for their controversy when it comes to doping and using steroids and PEDs and all of that stuff along there. But Sergey Kovalev, yet another Russian athlete testing positive for banned substances. This has happened with multiple guys when it comes to Alexander Besputin, Alexander Povetkin, and many other names, now including Sergey Kovalev. But Bektemir Melikuziev, just getting to what is Sergey Kovalev's former opponent. I don't know if they're even going to fight in the future, but he was 6-0 with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He was fighting out of Uzbekistan. He was an Olympic silver medalist. He's very young, in his early 20s. He had an excellent amateur career. He has a decent win over Clay Collard, and he's the only man to stop him. And he also has a decent win against Oscar Cortez, and he's a Golden Boy fighter. And I definitely think he's a brutal body puncher with great hooks and power, and I think he had enough to beat Kovalev at only 6-0. As Kovalev is getting a little older, a little more chinny, he has a record of 34-4. He's fighting out of Chelyabinsk, Russia, and he's got 29 wins coming away of knockout. But the thing with Kovalev, he's a 3-time light heavyweight world champion, former unified champion, won that WBO belt 2 times most recently, but he was unified back then in his Andre Ward days when he had those 2 fights with Ward. I did think he won the first fight with Ward. The second, he got stopped via body shots. But his other losses are to Eleider Alvarez by KO and Canelo Alvarez by knockout as well. But he did have a decent win against Anthony Yarde recently, and he has many other great wins, but that was his most recent win. But just getting into more of his testing positive and what's going to happen next for him. I mean, honestly, when you test positive for a banned substance like that, which I would count synthetic testosterone as like a steroid, so he'll definitely get a suspension, I assume, and I hope he will, because he's been through so many controversies in his career. He was accused of attacking a woman. He was accused of sexism, racism. I mean, so much in his career, and I'm not saying those were true. I don't know if they are or not, but he has been accused of so many things in his career, and this is definitely the cherry on the sundae as another controversy coming in here with Sergey Kovalev. And I don't know what he's going to do next. I mean, he was already on his way out of his career, and now something to add on to it is testing positive for banned substances. But does this pose the question that Sergey Kovalev was scared of a 6-0 opponent who is way less experienced than him? Yes, it does. Because why else would you do steroids? Maybe, as I said before, it was just because he was in his home country, and he's likely done it many times before when he was in Russia. Was he on steroids versus Anthony Yarde? Possibly. Did they help him recover from the brutal 7th round when he was stunned and hurt against Anthony Yarde? Possibly. Did it give him better endurance when he fought Canelo or Eleider Alvarez? Possibly. I mean, those are all possibilities or if-whens. What could have happened if he wasn't on steroids? We didn't even know if he was on steroids or not in those fights or on banned substances, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not sure if Sergey Kovalev's, if his ban or suspension is going to be long enough. I'm not even sure if he will get a suspension, as some fighters do get let off for even doing banned substances. So I'm not sure what his career follows next, but I will definitely think that these two will be fighting in the future. But I'm just going to shine some more light on Bektemir Melikuziev, as he is an unbeaten 6-0 prospect. I did think this was a super step up for him, as he was going from fighting journeyman to fighting a 3-time unified world champion who has been experienced in fighting some of the best in the world and who is a brutal power puncher. but I definitely think you should scale it down and possibly take on, instead of taking on a top 5 guy in the light heavyweight division, maybe a top 15, if not top 10. So overall, Sergey Kovalev tests positive for banned substances, adding yet another controversy to his name, and Bektemir Melikuziev is left in the dust thinking, who am I going to fight next? And yeah, that's really it. I'm a Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.